What do they see in these guys? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst TV boyfriends.
I just feel bad about all that sleep you're gonna miss wishing you were with me.
Oh, no, don't you worry about me falling asleep. I still have your letter!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the very worst boyfriends throughout TV history. These boyfriends can be unsupportive, manipulative, uncaring, or just straight up jackasses.
Why do you keep doing that to yourself?
I think we should stop seeing each other.
Number 10. Mon-El, Supergirl.
I used to be in love with her.
Mon-El is a Daxamite prince who has come to Earth and eventually strikes up a relationship with Kara Danvers, aka Supergirl. He comes from a race full of bullies, which is not surprising given Mon-El's penchant for brutal honesty and his abusive personality. Not to mention, he seems like a coward.
This is worse than the worst thing I could possibly imagine, and that's you looking at me with no love in your eyes, so please.
He makes Kara question herself and her role in society, and often blames his own problems on Kara rather than looking inward at himself. Perhaps he means well, but Mon-El is one extremely flawed dude.
Sorry, I'm not following.
Number 9. Dan Humphrey, Gossip Girl.
You really go out with some guy you don't know?
Well, you can't be worse than the guys I do know.
Dan Humphrey may seem like a perfectly nice guy at first, yet he is anything but. We mean, there's a massive spoiler alert here, so cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. He actually turns out to be Gossip Girl. How can he not make it on this list?
Dan, I cannot believe you were the one responsible for all of this poison.
Dan is seemingly always causing issues, like, full-on stalking people, and the guy's always putting the blame on others, like when he slept with Serena and when he broke up with Blair. He puts on a nice guy facade while secretly ruining lives as Gossip Girl, and really, it doesn't get much worse than that.
I hate to break it to you, but those things happened.
Number 8. Jimmy Lishman, Shameless.
Morning, sunshine.
Why didn't you wake me up? I gotta make lunches before work.
Already done.
Throughout Shameless, Jimmy Lishman has two major relationships. One is with his true love Fiona, and the other is with the mob boss's daughter named Estefania, who uses him to attain immigration status. He constantly switches between the two women, and while he seems devoted to Fiona, he cheats on her with Estefania on numerous occasions.
Love is fleeting, Jimmy. What are your intentions?
He is also a consummate liar, and is not shy about lying directly to Fiona's face. He also hates family life with Fiona, and devolves into a whiny brat who cries about everything. He may mean well, but he's a real selfish bastard.
Ah! God damn it! Enough! With the hitting!
Number 7. Barney Stinson, How I Met Your Mother.
I should go. Tough night.
For the first few seasons, Barney Stinson was a consummate ladies' man. He dressed well, bought drinks, and wooed ladies like there was no tomorrow. And while Barney later develops feelings, he is never the greatest boyfriend. He retains some semblance of misogyny, and in the early days with Robin, his careless, selfish, and relatively unloving attitude results in him and Robin devolving into horrible versions of themselves.
Oh my god, that's us!
He also blatantly lies to Nora about wanting kids, and cheats on her with Robin, and later distrusts Quinn to such a large extent that they broke up. He may mean well, but Barney is not boyfriend material.
Barney, do you trust me?
No.
Number 6. Danny Castellano, The Mindy Project.
He'll take him down right there.
Okay, now you're just talking about yourself. You're just talking about yourself.
I'm not talking about myself.
Okay.
Danny Castellano may mean well, but really the guy is a huge jerk, and he makes for one problematic boyfriend. For one thing, his temper definitely needs to be reeled in. He has a very short fuse and is constantly fighting with Mindy over anything and everything.
How long has this birth control business been going on? You know how embarrassing that is?
He also has a huge problem with commitment and manipulates those around him. Despite this, he and Mindy get together, where in turn he treats her with disrespect and tells her to give up her career. So yes, his heart is in the right place, but Dan is nevertheless a problematic dude.
That's selfish.
I'm selfish?
Yes!
Number 5. Sheldon Cooper, The Big Bang Theory.
Why did the chicken cross the Mobius strip? To get to the same side. Bazinga!
Look, we love the adorably nerdy Sheldon Cooper as much as the next person, but you have to admit, he isn't exactly prime boyfriend material. For one thing, he is very set in his ways, which can get hard to deal with. In general, Sheldon can seem pretty egotistical and openly condescending to those he considers his close friends.
Will you marry me? One moment, please.
Really? You're gonna answer that right now?
Granted, he has made huge strides at being a better companion, but people with less patience than Amy would have walked away a long time ago.
Well, I enjoyed that more than I thought I would.
Number 4. Ross Geller, Friends.
Hi, Ross.
Hi, Ross.
Take thee, Emily.
Take thee, Rachel.
Let's face it, Ross Geller is a horrible boyfriend. For one thing, he said the wrong name at his and Emily's wedding. Yeah, we understand that he was still in love with Rachel, but come on, it doesn't get much worse than that. He is also extremely quick to sleep with another woman after a fight and dumps girlfriends like they're pieces of garbage.
I thought our relationship was dead.
Well, you sure had a hell of a time at the wake.
He's also a massive ass towards Rachel, calling her ditzy and not respecting her career. And he's a needy, whiny, and possessive person who seems far too self-centered for his own good. Sorry, Ross. You may think you're a nice guy, but you're not. Yeah, we said it.
You think it's easy for me to see you with Julie?
Well, then you should have said something before I met her.
Number 3. Ryan Howard, The Office.
I can't tonight. I have plans with my friends.
We like early Office Ryan. He's quiet and keeps to himself, and while he seems distant towards the obviously flirtatious Kelly, he seems like a good enough guy, and then he gets a little too big for his britches.
This can't happen again.
This has to happen again. Daryl can't happen again.
After crashing in the corporate job, Ryan convinces Kelly to break up with Daryl, only to leave her behind when he goes to Thailand, or more accurately, Fort Lauderdale. They are also extremely hostile towards each other throughout much of the series, and Ryan seems to openly hate being with her. Kelly isn't exactly a great girlfriend, but then again, Ryan isn't exactly a great boyfriend. It's one of TV's most incompatible relationships, yet we love it.
Wolf.com!
Ryan, we're
This
doing
is how
a
you build a
dance.
business.
We're doing a
This is
dance.
how you make it in this country.
Number 2. Mr. Big, Sex and the City.
I can't do this anymore. Sleep with 2 people at the same time.
The notorious Mr. Big is arguably the quintessential mega-jerk boyfriend. Throughout his relationship with Carrie, he's extremely distant with her, repeatedly failing to become more intimate. He has a big-time commitment problem. Now, this commitment phobia wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the fact that he marries another woman after only 5 months of dating, and absolutely shatters Carrie's self-confidence.
Don't tell anyone. Don't do anything.
No, I want to help.
It isn't helping. Go home.
But wait, there's more. He also pines after Carrie once he's married, and the two eventually begin an affair. He behaves badly with both Carrie and his own wife, proving that there seems to be no winning with Mr. Big.
We're so over. We need a new word for over.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few dishonorable mentions.
Don't you worry, you're going to a different side.
This isn't school. You're not getting graded.
Just don't make this into a big thing.
Don't go.
Oh, jeez, man. She's not shipping off to Nam.
You so need to shut up now.
Number 1. Larry Bloom. Orange is the New Black.
I don't know what psychic black void your little game with her fills, but you need to end it now. And stay away from her.
Oh boy, where do we even start with Larry Bloom? While Larry is at first quite supportive towards Piper's life in prison, things quickly turn sour. He generally doesn't seem to care about her problems, and even uses them as a basis for an article to further his own career. He also goes on radio to discuss the inmates and attain a semblance of fame himself. After he and Piper break up, he has sex with Piper's best friend in their house, which then causes her to leave her husband. Larry is nothing but a destructive force who will roll over anyone for his own happiness.
Pipes.
Stop it. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.